What's happening YouTube? It's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 1 High OG NRG. This shoe marks the first collaboration between pro BMX rider Nigel Sylvester and Jordan Brand. These dropped September 1st for $180 US or $240 here in Canada. The official colorway for this shoe is Sail, White, Varsity Red, and Reflective Silver. Here in Canada, of course, these were a limited release. They were available in very limited numbers on Nike.ca, at select boutiques such as Livestock and Capsule, as well as in slightly bigger numbers at the Jordan Store 306 Yonge in downtown Toronto. So for me, I struck out on all the raffles and I didn't want to line up overnight for them. But lo and behold, wifey comes clutch once again and she actually won a raffle at Livestock. So the Nigel Sylvesters do come in a special edition box. As you can see, this is not your typical Air Jordan 1 box. It does have this big Nike branding on the top, but the box itself is done in sail instead of black, and it opens up like so, as opposed to being completely detached like your standard Jordan 1 boxes. On the back side of the box, it also has this branding that reads Jordan Bike & Co., established 2017. So taking a closer look at these shoes, so this is your classic Air Jordan 1 High silhouette. However, the first thing that you notice is that the shoe looks very old, very worn out, and overall just very beat up. However, this was intentionally done by Jordan Brand. Each pair was actually hand distressed to give it a unique one-of-a-kind appearance. So supposedly, no two pairs is supposed to look exactly identical. So taking a closer look, I'll say here that this leather quality is actually very nice. Along the toe box, of course, we have your standard perforations that's found on all your Jordan 1s. And you'll see how there's this artificial yellowing that's applied onto the leather. Around the front edge of the toe box, so these areas of the shoe that are distressed and worn out are supposed to represent the actual areas of the shoe that get beat up when Nigel Sylvester wears these during his BMX riding. On the lateral side of the toe box, we have this small Nike mini swoosh embroidered into the leather. On the lateral side of the shoe, instead of an actual leather swoosh that's usually found on Jordan 1s, in this case it looks like the swoosh has been removed, so we have these simulated stitching holes that are found throughout, and then the swoosh is outlined in a very sketch-like fashion in silver lines. Above the swoosh on the lateral side only, here we have your Air Jordan Wings logo that's debossed directly into the leather, and this also has that outline effect that's done in silver. On the medial side of the shoe, the swoosh is different. In this case, we actually have a stitched on swoosh, and this is done in 3M. Taking a look at the heels of the shoe, so once again we have more of that distressing effect to it, and as I mentioned earlier, you'll notice that both the left foot and the right foot are done differently, giving it a very unique and authentic look. The tongue on these Nigel Sylvesters is done in black nylon, and at the very top we have this Nike Air branding in red. In terms of laces, so these come with 3 different lace options. My personal preference is the flat black laces, which I included here, but these also come with 2 additional laces, so one in red and one in sail. The inner liner of the shoe is done in black, and then stamped inside, we once again have that Jordan Bike & Co. branding done in white. Moving on to the insoles, so they're pretty standard. They're colored in black with Nike Air branding on the heel in red. So the upper of these Nigel Sylvester 1s sits atop this foam midsole that once again has this vintage yellow effect to it. Encapsulated underneath the heel, we have a Nike Air unit that's not visible to the naked eye. Flipping these over to the bottom, so here we have your classic Air Jordan 1 outsole. So this is pretty much standard, but the one thing that they changed is they made it look very worn out and very vintagey by applying this sort of dusty white effect to it. In terms of sizing, these fit exactly like all my other Air Jordan 1s, so I'd stick with your normal Air Jordan 1 size. For most people, that means sticking true to size, and for me, that means going with my normal 10.5. As touched upon earlier, I was very impressed with the quality. The leather felt very nice and very soft, and I personally had no complaints from a craftsmanship standpoint. However, it's no denying that this is a very polarizing sneaker. A poll that I posted on my Instagram stories ended up having more people hate the shoe than like it. Personally, I can understand that. A lot of people don't want to drop $200+ on a shoe that already looks piss yellow, but I can also understand the other point of view, how this actually tells a story and how it's linked directly to Nigel Sylvester and the way that he actually uses the Air Jordan 1. So with all that being said, now let me lace these up and show you guys how these look on feet. For me, I like them, but I wouldn't say that I love them. There's definitely some pros and cons. Pros, the quality is on point, I like the storytelling behind the shoe, and I like the special edition box and the extra laces. Cons, well, these were definitely more yellow than I initially thought from the first pictures that I saw online, but aside from that, I had no other issues. So let me know in the comments down below where you guys stand on these Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 1s. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at esco8, check out my Twitter at sean.go, and follow my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys like this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.